Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch the temps from here on, just to be safe. I probably need to spray out and dust my computer anyway, so I'll be doing that later. Shield regenerator. Also, I unfortunately apparently pissed something off, so that's good times. Yeah, that was good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's put a shield battery into this. Yeah, let's do that. And I still have a single amp. So let's do that. Let me know if it, I'm gonna move that so I can see my fat little face. Yeah, apparently I pissed off some enemies over here, which is great. Whoa.
Shield disabled.
Go away. There we go. Heal.
That's it. Bag 'em attack.
Okay, so I think if I use the mining laser, stuff will happen.
Lost shields.
Are you for real? Alright, let's just look around here.
That's the last of them.
But yeah, if you guys clip anything, you guys, gals, non-binary pals, it is liable to end up on the clips, depending on if I like it or not. Okay, well, I'm here. I know I have to unlock... Oh, hello. Override with Omnigel. I will take all of that. Because I've got plenty of Omnigel, and I will always have plenty of Omnigel because, yeah, you know. Okay. So I'm pretty sure when I use this laser mining thing, things are going to happen. So let's do it! Okay. Oh my god, this is just... I mean, look at this. It's just tedious. That was tedium. That was unnecessary nonsense. Do. Yeah. This game tried to be clever with a lot of stuff. With a lot of stuff. There we go. I got my fan going. Alright, so there's Liara. Let's look at this. There's Liara.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Which button? You mean the invisible button? Oh, that invisible button. Magic buttons.
Any idea how you found this place?
Nate, that's amazing.
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on.
That's actually really amazing. I could just imagine her just being stuck in there.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
That's awesome. That
These
is
ruins
awesome,
are not
dude.
stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Just make her as...
The whole place is caving in.
We need an escape plan.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
Okay. Another... look, we're riding an elevator while everything collapses, because that's the smart thing to do. Ride the elevators all the way to the tops with a quick. Oh my god, that's amazing, Nate. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Kinda wish I brought Rex along.
Brenda, don't. That would be no fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
I'm real tempted to say that, but I'm just gonna be.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Put. Piss off, Krogan. Air. Float. Problem solved. And we're running, we're running, we're running. You know, oh my god, Nate. That is dumb. That is super dumb. Super dumb. Dude, John, Mass Effect with an XCOM vibe? Like maybe set during the first Contact War? That'd be pretty cool. That is incredibly stupid, Nate. And I am glad that we don't deal with that on this mode. Hopefully the fan isn't too loud, so.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
I
Joker
do.
pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
He has.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander.
Joker's
But I
great.
am grateful to
I
you.
love the
You
whole
saved my life back then,
ME2
and not
Joker
just
bit.
from the volcano.
I love that
Those
whole
Geth
bit.
would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I like that nauseum. She's actually a 500-year-old dragon.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right. And eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Yes, Mac, the hog. He sins. And yeah, she does have quite the neck. I think her model gets better in the
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture,
future games.
but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Yeah. Achievement! Ooh! Really. Alright, so let's take a look here. We've got 2 more. We already know none of this except for that matters. So, let's look. We got 2 points again. We've got Unity. Also, Mac, how you doing? Yeah, I picked up Unity, by the way, while I was fiddling with my computer. Nauseam, we haven't gotten to the reporter yet. And no, I tend not to actually punch her. I tend to be super Paragon-y and just, like, screw her over. It's always fun that way. Let's grab Lift and Singularity. Alright, so... I can't remember if holding off on Vermeer... Because I think I can hold off on Vermeer. Let's talk to Presley real quick.
Yes, Commander?
Okay, so he doesn't have anything
Carry
new.
on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
It is fun. I prefer to do the Paragon method, though. Mostly because she basically can't handle me just being like, yo, I know more than you. Shut up. I love it. I love just... Yeah, I'm probably going to hold off on Vermeer.
Silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a bad... You want me... Top of my class.
Okay, okay. Alright, we already saw that. Okay. So, he doesn't...
Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I need to know more about this Rolex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright. Let's just grab all those. Codex entries in this game give XP, so every time I see something I could possibly grab. Alright. Now, the tradition. Talking to everybody on the ship. Now that we've done the mission. Because we will be doing character side quests, because those do affect things for the characters later. So, let's go ahead and talk to Caden.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Ah, well, thanks for stopping by, Nate. Enjoy your dinner.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
That's right, no more stream coach for me. I'll have to go read myself.
You're romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves. And, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informed. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the room. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
I wonder why he's not reacting to the fact that I'm an adept.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination chart. The outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using Mass Effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle there to get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Well,
Sounds like she was special to you.
she was. Maybe she felt the same, but things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I wanted to get to know you a little better. That's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, man. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
You know what? I wasn't gonna romance anyone in this one. I might romance Caden, and there's a specific reason for that, actually. Because of events that happen in Mass Effect 2, I want to see what happens. Because I've never done that. Well, there's some fun stuff that happens in the second game involving the character who, well, I mean, I don't want to spoil the event because it's kind of heart-wrenching at a point, but like I know it's coming.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
So, just for those of you who've never played ME1, there are 3 romance options. Liara, who is available no matter who you are, and then either Ashley or Caden, depending on your sex. So if you want a lesbian relationship, you have to go with Liara. Men can only go for Liara and Ashley, and then females can go for for Caden. So
don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Not in ME1. So Mac, in ME2, the relationships get much larger, and Garrus is one of them, who is my target. So I'm gonna romance Caden in this, specifically for events that occur in 2 and 3. But Garrus is my actual 2 and 3 target. So yeah, like you can't romance Tali in Mass Effect 1.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Yeah, basically, Mac. Basically.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part.
I believe so,
It is
Nauseam.
possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Okay, so I did both of those. She doesn't know. I don't feel like that. There we go.
Goodbye,